Megan, I don't know why I was like, oh my gosh, is this like an hour conversation?
No.
Okay, we're live.
Hi, folks. Welcome. It's Monday. We're going to chat for a few minutes. It's Between Two Succulents. Here I am, the virtual bookseller with Two Succulents, as I've promised. Today, I'm very excited to introduce you, if you don't know him already, to a dreamboat of a human, Victor Vazquez. Victor, can I confirm your pronouns before we get started, actually?
My pronouns are he, him, his. Thanks.
Great. Thank you. So I met Victor when he was the casting director and line producer at Arena Stage in DC. He has since moved on to starting his own casting company, X Casting, which reimagines the art of casting with a shared sense of purpose towards equity, diversity, inclusion, collective liberation, and anti-racism in all its processes. Victor, it's such a joy to talk to you. I'm so happy you joined us.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I'm such a fan of you and also of Charm City Bookstores. So it's just it's a joy to be here.
What a delight. And did you cast Joe in Kleptocracy at Arena? Was that during your tenure?
I did, yeah. Joe, what else did we work together on? I can't remember, but it feels like I was always having Joe come in for everything. So yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you? He's the best.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna go full stage mom on some of my plant babies. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna introduce you to two succulents and you can tell me which one has the it factor. So first up, this is a fuzzy Crassula.
Okay.
One of her special skills is gradually turning woody over time.
Okay.
Next up, this is called a chin cactus. Also what I call my own chin during quarantine. Keep it together. This is a chin cactus. She trained at RADA, so she's riddled with debt, but she can also thrive off of a shallow root system. You know, you get what you pay for. So, Victor, tell me, which one of these delightful performers is getting the call back today?
Okay, so I have to say first, like, just acknowledge that both of them are winners because ultimately succulents are some of the most resilient plants out there. They can really, they can really last a long time. So I got to give them both props for being resilient. Today, in terms of what we can do, in terms of the opportunity that's at hand, I'm gonna go with the chin. What is it called? The
chin cactus.
Chin cactus.
Yeah.
Chin cactus. And I think that for me, it was the height, really. I saw that there was an opportunity for growth. And, I
That's
think
what casting directors say to me.
we got to invest in that. So let's go.
I love that, an opportunity for growth. That is quite beautiful. You're the best of the best, Victor. So speaking of opportunities for growth, fostering growth, you founded X Casting in part as a reaction to a troubling lack of diversity in the theater industry and in the entertainment industry at large. And there's a lot of research, particularly from Actors Equity Association and the Asian American Performers Action Coalition, that indicates that we're experiencing a downward trend in representation on Broadway stages. And I'm wondering if you can talk about how that manifests in regional markets like DC and Baltimore, and what policies do you think nonprofit theaters need to adopt to ensure that their organizations are operating equitably?
That's a great question. And for me, it starts from the top. We really have to make space for more than just the white imagination. We have to make space for people of all walks of life to be able to have access to telling their stories, because it really starts there, right? And so if we really want to change who the producers are, we can change who the directors are. We can then change who the writers are. We can then change who the actors are. So I think it really starts at the top. For all these theater companies, I say empower people of color, empower women, empower queer folks, empower trans women of color to be in those positions where they can imagine these stories and they can collectively invite their communities to come imagine with them. And so for me, that's the way that we get a lot of actors in the door, is that we really allow folks to tell different stories.
I love that. Should all be taking notes right now. So Victor, we're about to experience a little role reversal. I'm going to put you in the hot seat and I'm going to sit behind the table.
Okay.
It's time for our lightning round. So here's what's going to happen.
Ooh,
I'm going to ask you,
okay.
you got this, you got this. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. If you answer them correctly in the time allotted, one Instagram viewer is going to win the role of a lifetime, which is owner of a Charm City Books magnet. So Victor.
Okay.
Tell me, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, no pressure. Just be yourself. Time starts now. Question 1. What is your hottest tip for actors who are entering the wild world of auditioning in the time of Corona?
Find your light. Just find your light. It's so easy, right? But like, we all have to deal with sort of presenting in the digital space, whether we're on our phones doing this or on an iPad or a laptop or webcam, whatever it is. Find your light. Find where the light hits you, the natural light. Move some lamps and make sure that you're well lit and that we can see you and that we can hear you. And I think that's like the easiest way to go. Just foundation for success. Find your light, always.
Nailed it. You are correct. Question 2, Victor. Doing well so far. So you're a writer, but I've heard that you have aspirations to become a novelist. And I'm curious, who are 2 or 3 authors who inspire you?
Oh, look. Oh my God. There's books right next to me.
Props?
Wait. Okay. So one book that really inspired me recently was How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan. It's what the new science of psychedelics teaches us about consciousness, dying, addiction, depression, and transcendence. So good. It's all about psilocybin mushrooms and the way that something so natural that's been used for 5,000 to 6,000 years can actually offer cures for a lot of different things. Okay, another book I really love is Lincoln and the Bardo by George Saunders. A huge fan. Lincoln and the Bardo is actually set in DC in the Georgetown Cemetery, and it's all about dead people and ghosts. So there's probably only one living character, which is Abraham Lincoln, but every other character in this book are all ghosts in a cemetery. So it's wacky, it's fun, I love it. And the other book that's really currently inspiring me, and I hope I get this right because obviously there are right answers, is Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the teaching of plants. Such a fan. There's short essays on like things like strawberries or pecans or sort of ordinary things that really you get to thread out stories about how they mattered to Native Indigenous folks. So those are 3 books. Did I get them right?
You got it so right. And in fact, all 3 of those are available at Charm City Books. So I'm giving you 50 extra points. You're ahead of the curve. Those are great recommendations, Victor. You have very good taste. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Question 3. I've also heard that you're a fantastic cook. What is your recommendation for a summer quarantine dish?
Ooh, okay. A summer quarantine dish. I wish I had that book with me because it's over there. Wait.
Go get it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, but we're looking at your kitchen. It's so nice.
Yes. Okay. Midnight chicken.
Ooh.
So good. It's midnight chicken and other recipes worth living for. It's my huge recommendation for quarantine. It was really written out of grief. And so the writer lost somebody who's really close to her. And these are a lot of recipes for how to get through the moments. So this is currently like my sort of like, how do you sort of take care of yourself while you're dealing with grief and depression and frustration? Midnight chicken. You cook a midnight chicken. So there's stories and recipes in there and drawings. Look.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So, okay. And then listen, this is my favorite thing because talking about books is my thing. All right. And then the Saffron Tales.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Yasmin Khan. It's all recipes from the Persian kitchen. So I think for me, this is exactly what I would recommend.
Oh my gosh,
watermelon.
Yes. Is that a watermelon salad with like a feta mint situation?
Exactly. So that's my recommendation. Watermelon, mint, and feta salad. I literally just opened it to a random page, and it's exactly this is what summer is. So
spirits are moving through you. The spirit of summer is like active in your kitchen right now.
So listen, saffron tails, get it, and then just make a salad.
Saffron tails. So make your watermelon salad, make a midnight chicken. We're dealing with our feelings through food, and that's good. That's okay.
Yes, always.
Always. Victor, you got 3 for 3. We went a little off time there, but it had to be done because when you have to talk about a midnight chicken, you drop everything and talk about a midnight chicken. All right, folks, direct your attention to the chat on Instagram. Joe is about to announce the winner of the Charm City Books Magnet. Victor, I want to know what's coming up next for you.
I'm currently in New York City. I'm originally from Los Angeles, so I'm originally from the West Coast. And for me, summers are really significant, especially in the East Coast. I mean, y'all are probably very used to this, but like East Coast winters are brutal, even just in general. And for me, I need to get away to a beach very, very soon before it starts getting cold in October. So what's coming up for me is a beach moment. I haven't been to the beach in over a year. And so probably get away in the next 2 weeks and go lay down. And this is probably the palest I've ever been in my life. And so I need some vitamin D and I need some sun. So yeah.
Yes, a little R&R. Get this Cali boy some vitamin D. All right, we're putting it out into the universe. I also want to know, are there any charities, organizations, mutual aid funds, nonprofits, etc., that are doing good work right now that you want to let people know about?
This is such a great question, and I'm so glad that it's being asked. One of them there are 2 organizations that I really want to, bring into the space. One of them is, here I'm pulling it up, Fair Fight, which is the Stacey Abrams org. Fair Fight promotes fair elections in Georgia and around the country. They encourage voter participation in elections and educate voters about elections and their voting rights. So I would really recommend everybody to go to fairfight.com to learn more about Stacey Abrams' org and her efforts, which are so important for our democracy. The other one that I want to bring forth is Reclaim the Bloc. So Reclaim the Bloc is a Minneapolis-based organization that works to reallocate city money away from police and instead towards community-led health and safety initiatives. They have assembled an extensive digital toolkit online to help communities in all cities and states advocate for divestiture from police. So you folks can learn more of Reclaim the Bloc at reclaimthebloc.org.
Awesome. So Joe is going to post links to both of those organizations in the comment section. We'll also post your book and recipe book recommendations. And I learned a new word today, divestitude. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's good. Awesome. We're going to link to all of that. And I would strongly encourage all of those watching today to check out Victor's company, Casting X, at xcastingnyc.com, the letter X, castingnyc.com. He's doing fantastic, really much needed work. Victor Vazquez, you are just such a treasure, and you're a sleeper virtual bookseller. So thank you for chatting with me tonight.
Oh, thank you. It's such a pleasure. Yes, I will always invite me anytime to come talk about books and see what's on my shelf. So let me just turn over to my bookshelf really quickly and show you how serious I am about these books. So,
ooh, we've got all kinds of stacks happening too. I love this.
Yeah,
I see some awards up there too. Ooh.
Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of really great books. There's James Baldwin with The Bull. So, yeah.
This is a good collection. We should start doing show us your bookcase with our guests. That's really
I love that. Show us your bookcase and then just pull whatever you can.
Right, just close your eyes and pull. This is good. We'll call it the Victor Vazquez segment.
Yes, great. I love it.
Folks, thank you for watching today. This is Victor Vazquez. He started Casting X in New York City. I'm Megan Graves, your virtual bookseller. That does it for another episode of Between Two Succulents. I'm encouraging you all to keep reading, keep loving each other, keep fighting for equality. Join me next week, same place, same time, different plans. Bye. Thanks, Victor.
Oh my God, we're ending the live. That was so funny. That was my favorite.